problem that you have is that when you, well, let me put it this way. Let's say somebody has a massive illness, okay, and they have a situation where they're going to be in the hospital, nursing home for a long, long time.
Sure.
Who are the people they should start calling for help? You said legal aid?
Legal aid is funded by the federal government to help middle-class, low-middle-class families, low-income families get aid from the government on a variety of angles, including medical aid or health care aid related to long-term care. Like I said, we'll send out information, but bottom line is if you're in a long-stay nursing home, you ought to be looking at Medicaid in your state, because Medicaid will pay for that care. Medicaid doesn't require you to be a pauper. There are pretty generous benefits once you know how to access them.
And who knows, the nursing homes, wouldn't the nursing homes have somebody on staff who knows how to do this?
You know, yeah, I'd like to tell you, Chuck, that that's true, but it isn't true, and I'll tell you why. The nursing homes tend to not pay very much. The staff rotates in and out all the time. Who was there 3 months ago won't be there this month, and the end result is there's not enough continuity of information to pass that information along to the families.
So let me do a 2-minute timeout here, but when we come back, let's go over who has the treasure trove of information in your community and how do you access them. What if you live in rural America? How do you find legal aid in rural America? We'll be right back with Zoran Basic right after this timeout. Hang on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to an interview with Chuck Harder and Zoran Basic, and his website, Zoran's website, nhscare.com. That's nhscare.com. Go there now. It's Share-a-thon, and that means it's time to help For the People stay on the air. Your giving keeps the freedom of the air a possibility. For the People is listener-supported, and only by its listeners are we able to bring you all the news each and every day with common sense, along with a conservative point of view. Help us be a voice of reason in a troubled world, and make a donation today at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. It's your show, and we work hard to give you all the news and information that you need, with commentary and insights you just don't get on the mainstream media. No fake news, just reality, so you can live your life in the know. Share-a-thon is your opportunity to get behind For the People. Give securely online at forthepeopleshow.com. It's Share-a-thon. Help For the People now at forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your support. All right, you asked for it. People are like, we like Chuck. Bring Chuck back. Well, we're going to bring more of Chuck back. And we're going to do the flashback broadcast. They're the most timely ones, timeless broadcasts that can help you and your family. And so many around the country just miss Chuck. And, folks, we've tried it once, and we brought Chuck back on. And, Chuck was having issues health-wise, and he was on live, and then we brought the flashback programs, and they were received very, very well, but we had stations telling us that they wanted current material. They wanted timely stuff, so that's why I ended up having to fully take over the broadcast and do this, but I have found a way where we can incorporate this stuff, work this stuff in, and make it happen. So, but I do need your support. And during the Share-a-thon, I'm asking you to please consider giving whatever it is that you can. We have done away with the tickets that we were selling for the raffle. We're not doing that anymore. Nobody signed up for it. Strictly donations. It's your choice. Whatever you want to give. The donate button. You can donate as many dollars as you want or as few as you want. But the point is, please give something to keep this broadcast on the air called For the People. It's been a mainstay, and it's helped so many people through the years.
Zoran Basic is with us. He's an attorney. He's an elder care attorney. And how do people find you on the Internet, Zoran?
Our site is nhscare.com, and we're certainly available, and we have information that's free, and gladly we'll send it out to your listeners.
All right, now let's go real slow on this.
nhscare.com.
All right, nhscare.com. NHSCARE.com.
Correct.
And so what you're telling me is that if you're in any part of the United States, the heartland of America, you should start looking for help. Again, how? Let's go over that, because a lot of people didn't get it.
Pick the state you're in and add to the search you're going to do. Let's say you're in Louisiana. You would type in Louisiana and then Medicaid.com and search to see what will come back. What will generally come back is any number of people who are dealing with long-term illness issues under the term Medicaid, as well as the government organization that's providing care in Louisiana under Medicaid. So you're going to find out that you have both available resources, benefits, and people who are knowledgeable in getting them for you, if that's what you're looking to get.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Medicaid, you would look, if you're in the state of Florida, you would enter into
Florida Medicaid would be sufficient.
Florida Medicaid, and see what comes back.
Exactly, and you'll see quite a bit will come back, including the government site that's the official site for Medicaid in Florida, which is very informative and which will provide lots of information that then needs to be gleaned and acted on.
And for a married couple, how do married couples protect? What can they protect of their assets? What kind of assets will the government not grab?
The government will allow a married couple, generally if you have a husband and wife and one of them gets sick, the healthy spouse, which would be, let's make the wife healthy and the husband sick, which is what happens to a lot of us men. The wife can keep the family home. The wife can keep generally up to $100,000. It varies by state, but it's right up there in cash assets. They don't look at IRAs. They don't look at 401ks. They don't look at pension plans. They don't look at certain annuities. So you could have another $100,000 in savings from your retirement plan and all that. That wouldn't be looked at. And then she could keep an income flow of at least about $2,500 a month to support her while she's living and taking care of her own needs. So it's actually quite kind, if you will. It's certainly not you don't have to be a pauper to take advantage of that program. But the system, again, doesn't publicize it very well. People don't know it exists.
Well, I would imagine they don't know. Okay, now, you were talking for a moment about reverse mortgages, and the theory is if you're in your 60s and you've got no income, you got debts, and if you own your home or own most of it, you can go to a reverse mortgage. First of all, is there any case that makes any sense?
In my opinion, no. For one simple reason. Let me explain to you what they're doing with this reverse mortgage. They're suggesting to seniors that they take whatever equity they have and borrow it, because they expect seniors not to live that long. They're not making these mortgages very long in their minds. So
the interview with Zoran Basic and Chuck Carter will continue. We are in the middle of Share-a-thon. If you'd like to make a donation, you can do that online during the break at forthepeopleshow.com. I am Keith Allen. We'll be back with the Chuck Carter along with his guest right after this. Don't go anywhere.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
Some things in life need a little attention. Like a plant. If not watered, it begins to turn brown. But if watered properly, its leaves turn green again. Like a plant, For the People needs watering too. Your thoughtfulness provides sustainability for us to grow and reach our full potential. You see, For the People depends on you to broadcast this program to help inform and educate folks so you can make a difference right where you are. Grab your watering can and join us as we endeavor to make a difference in people's lives each and every day. To donate, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just look for the watering can and water as much as you can. At For the People, our garden is full of opportunities, and planting something allows others to enjoy the benefits. At For the People, our mission is simple. Give you the news that matters with good old-fashioned common sense, mixed with a conservative point of view. Simply log on to our website at forthepeopleshow.com.
For the people is there.
Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. And For the People, back on your radio, your smartphone device, coast to coast. And we announced for hour number 1 today, Chuck Harder and his guest, Zoran Basic. His website, nhscare.com. And if you know somebody in a nursing home, or if you think this might be a reality, and some things that you definitely want to think about.
A lot of families aren't like that. A lot of these families still want to leave something for the kids. Usually what I see, and I've been doing this 17 years, is you got 3 kids, one's a dirk, one can't remember who you are, and one's the one that's taking care of you, has been all along.
Right.
And they want to leave that one who has done all this something. And, you know, these people are pretty proud. And leaving something is a big deal. And so, again, my only goal here when I tell you to be careful with these things is I don't want them to get caught on a reverse mortgage and not know that if they get sick, that reverse mortgage is going to become a major headache.
Well,
because they're not being told that.
That's not the way it's presented.
Exactly.
The way it's presented is that you can live in that house until you die.
Well, and that's not the way it works. That's not how it's legally written. It's written as due and payable upon the family moving out of that house because they can't live there any longer. And I know of instances now where some mortgage companies are actually calling once a month to verify the family still lives there.
Dear God.
It's just incredible.
And, of course, if there's no doubt in my mind that if the reverse mortgage is probably not that big of a deal. In other words, you're not going to get 100 cents on the dollar of the value of the house on a reverse mortgage, are you?
No, you're going to get some percentage of it. And the real question is, why are you doing that? If you really do want to borrow some money out of the house, then take a fixed 30-year loan because you've got a longer period to pay for it. And
yeah, but how are you going to pay it back if you don't have income?
Well, let me show you. I mean, you don't have income. You don't have any money. The only thing you got is that house anyway, so sell it and take the money out of it. But maybe you want to live in that house. Maybe you want to live there for the next 7 or 8 years. Well, you borrow $100,000, okay? It's going to be a payment on a 30-year fix at 6%, and I'm certainly not a mortgage person, of somewhere around $750 a month, okay? Maybe what you do is you take that $100,000 and you set aside the $10,000 you need next year to pay back some of that mortgage, and another 10 years or another year for the following year, another $10,000, 20, and you take some of the rest of it and start using it. And a lot of people actually, a lot of Americans have actually been living that way for the last 5 or 6 years because what they keep doing is reborrowing on the equity because the house has gone in value again for the last year or two. But someday, you know, you got to pay the piper at some point.
All right, now wait. Let me do a 2-minute break, and
Sure.
When we come back, let's talk about paying the piper because the mortgage bubble, I believe, is about over. I think we're going to find that it's cooling down. Let's talk about that when we get back. All right, Zoran Basic is with me, and we were talking about reverse mortgages. What are some of the advice that you have for people who find themselves at age 62 to 65 or somewhere in that neck of the woods? Maybe they've lost their job, they have no income. What do you suggest for them to do if they do own a house, F&C, free and clear?
Well, you know, if they own a house, I mean, that's the only asset they've got. They've got choices. The choices are pretty limited, but they are choices. One is to sell the house, try to basically reconstruct what they're going to do, and see if they can use some of that money to help pay for the golden years. It may not be so golden, maybe a little tarnished. One of the choices they're going to get bombarded with is this reverse mortgage issue, and that's why we're talking about it, because I'm concerned about them signing on the dotted line, not knowing what they're signing. One of the things that a lot of seniors have done for the last 5 years and have lived well because of it, and I agree with you about the mortgage bubble and the whole real estate issue, is that what they've been doing is borrowing the equity out of the house and then waiting for another year, hoping the equity continue to grow, and they